Alright guys, Fulo coming to you with another video. I hope all is well. Probably after this video I'll come with another boxing video. I try to balance out the channel. I try to I don't want to go too far into one subject then disregard the other subject. I try to make it a balance, I try to make it okay, boxing, the gender war content, and just other content in general. So shout outs to Water Sniper, but also shout outs to accountability commentary, because I was thinking about accountability commentary. I was thinking about what he was saying and stuff like that, and it's crazy, but I had to really look at the situation at hand, right? And he's absolutely correct. He's absolutely right. Okay, I didn't expect it, but he's right. American baleejo women are brad worshippers. They really are. I every one of them is. Every single last one of them is. Even the masculine Moniqua is a brad worshipper. And I'm gonna tell you why. Now, TikTok is a place, basically call TikTok a women's confessional. Call that place a women's confessional. But you see on TikTok now black women coming out in drones. They're coming out in large numbers saying that Jack Harlow, who I don't even know who the hell that is. I think he's an entertainer or something like that. But you had this entertainer, Jack Harlow, and you have tweets now saying these things, and you also have freaking, I want to say a lot of TikTok videos talking about it. You have many TikTok videos talking about him being a protector of black women. He's this one white rapper dude, and to be honest, from looking at him, just from looking at him, he looks like he's trash. Just basically looking at him. I know that DJ Drama and Don Cannon have endorsed him, but I don't even need to listen to his music to realize he's trash. Truthfully speaking, Eminem, he was a great MC for me. I do respect his body of work. I think personally his best album, my personal favorite album of Eminem, this is just me though, I like the Eminem Show. That's just me. That's just my preference. I think that was at his zenith when he made that Eminem Show. That was his zenith, in my opinion. Okay, but anyhow, that's beside the point. The fact that you have these women, these black women coming out in drones talking about how his music and how he uplifts black women and things like that just goes to show you that they don't give a crap about their men. Um, and the crazy thing is when you look at who the acts that Jack Harlow is compared to, he's compared to Little Nas X. That tells you a lot already. Um, Hell, they even have Pete Davidson in the mix as well. But what I'm saying is that the fact that you have these TikTok people, like you have these baleejo women on TikTok endorsing and saying that this guy is like this, like what black women were looking for, it really does like strike a chord that like, dang, accountability commentary was right. They are Brad worshippers, you know. They love Brad. Now, here's the thing. There were rappers who didn't share Jack Harlow's phenotype doing this a long time ago. Talib Kweli, Talib Kweli did the song Black Girl. I think he did Black Girl. It was on his album Beautiful Struggle, I think. I think it was called Black Girl Pain. Yeah, that's the name of the song. It was called Black Girl Pain. That's one of my favorite songs, by the way, by Talib Kweli. He killed it on there, you know. Yeah, uplifting black women, just like really uplifting them, giving them all their flowers while they're here, right? Then you look at I think, who else made a song like uplifting black women? Well, Ludacris made that song. He made a song, "Pretty Girls All Over the World," but his key focus was on African women. And mind you, Ludacris did marry an African woman. You know, like I guess he was trying to like put that into effect. You know, speak some words into the world, and Allah answered. You know, so he did songs uplifting black women and stuff like that, and giving them their flowers. Also, Wale did songs uplifting black women and things like that. But here's another thing too, and she's one of my favorite MCs, by the way, because if you don't know me, I'm a hip hop head. Okay, that's one thing I do know. I know me some hip hop. Okay, even the new guys. I'm even familiar with the new guys, but I don't consider the new guys hip hop. I really don't consider like drug music, like rapping about like taking drugs, taking mollies and perks, and I really don't consider that hip hop. You know, I consider that jargon, like me personally. But I'm familiar with it. You know what I mean? But the fact is, there's even a woman who uplifts black women, and she doesn't even get the support that you would think that she deserves. You know, she doesn't even get like the amount of support that you would think would be warranted for what she's doing. You know what I mean? You have rap. You have Rap City, right? And she just uplifts black women all the time. But yet these same black women don't really acknowledge what she does like that. They really don't give her the time of day. And you know, the crazy thing is that a black man kind of like co-signed her. Ninth Wonder. But this is not acknowledged by the overall, um, I want to say the overall demographic of baleejo women. You know, like it's crazy. Like I don't get it. You know, like, but now this all of a sudden this Jack Harlow guy comes out, and they're all over him now. You know, they're like, this is what we were looking for and stuff like that. But I'm like, well, you know, dudes were doing that in the past. You know, dudes made songs um, acknowledging like black women. Hell, when other black women did it, it wasn't like even reciprocated. Like for example, I think Remy Ma had like a song about like melanin or something, and that didn't even get any traction like that. But now all of a sudden, this one act comes out, and now everybody's head over heels for this guy because he's, you know, a Dinejo guy. It's crazy. Like I really don't get it. You guys are crazy, man. And this just shows we living in this warped society, you know. But yeah, a lot of American baleejo women, I learned, are like secretly Brad worshippers. Like I hate to say it, but I've already been on this tip. You know, I've been on this tip for like years now, but what I realize is this, that when black men date out, they date out for peace. You know, they date out for peace, submission, and like a sound, calm household, right? When black women date out, they date out more for because of bitterness, because of to be antagonistic and things like that. You know what I mean? Of course, I was already on the tip that I'll never bring a baleejo woman to my village ever. And she'll be from my part of Africa, or possibly maybe a different part of Africa, depending on number one, the religious aspect, and number two, like the cultural aspects, how like the differences and the similarities between our cultures, right? Now, I never really considered divesting as an option, but if it were to come to that, then that would be it would be with a woman who is of like who shares the same religion as me, but also has kind of like a similar history to like myself, like a similar history of like struggle, of the desire to be self-determined. Then we would look. Like for example, I would never divest with a damn Karen. Hell to the no. I would never divest with like let's just say a like one of the upper echelon of like Europeans. I would not divest with Western Europeans. Hell no. No, that wouldn't happen. But if the opportunity arose, if like, so for example, one of my friends says, hey, you know, my sister, she's like looking for marriage, and I think you would be an ideal husband for her. Like if that situation came about from any of my friends from Kazakhstan, any of my friends from Chechnya, any of my friends from like Dagestan, any of my friends from Azerbaijan, then I would consider it. Then I would be like, okay, well, let's look at this. Let's look to see how maybe this can work. But the way that black women do it, they just do it out of spite, and they do it because of what accountability commentary said. They must be Brad worshippers. But with that being said, I'm gonna end on this note. The same, the same black men that they complain about, like, who don't treat them right and stuff like that, are the ones that they are going for. But also the black men who would treat them right and stuff like that, they are considered lames. But the crazy thing about it is, this Jack Harlow dude is like a lame. He's probably never been through nothing in his life. You know what I mean? But you have black women in drones saying, this is what we're looking for. This is what we feel like he would protect black women because he put some black women in a music video. Wow. Man, we live in a warped society. I'll tell you that. That's why, like, for me, I'm just going to stay in my books. I'm going to stay in my boxing. And I'm thinking about, there's 2 new hobbies that I'm thinking about actually taking up. But anyhow, with that being said, I'm off until the next one. Njarama.